Hey, Vicky, can you see us?
No, I cannot. All I have is the Relief Society logo.
Okay. Maybe give it a second. But you can hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. No luck yet?
Nope.
She's got a black screen. She just has a Relief Society logo.
Hey, Sisters Young.
Yes.
The Relief Society image pulls up. It can be either due to a slow connection, or it can be well, that's typically what it'll be. And so we've got a couple options that you can keep listening and listen, and everybody can hear you, or you can try and restart it. So that would involve closing the application you're using right now and going back into your email and clicking the link again. The same link will work.
Okay, let me try that.
Okay, try that one.
And I'm trying to find out all the secrets about this place. Yep. Usually I am just.
Come on, let me go out.
Plus, at least my best friend's church is smaller because they hardly even talk about Jesus. They talk about other fun stuff. Church. That'd be fun. Instead of talking about the same thing every day.
My computer tablet giving me fit. Coming up with Google, new tab. Okay.
And she's ready to come in here. You there? I know how to break someone's neck if they try to kill me. Okay, if you don't go back to come in,
It won't let me go out.
Hmm.
And now I don't even have you on my tablet that I can pull you up.
Okay. Let me try this. I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna close it and restart it and see if that'll help.
All right.
I don't mind.
Hey, Vicky, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I think it might just be audio today. That's odd.
Okay.
Okay. But I'll let Sister Robinson know.
Thank you very much.
You got it.
Hello. Welcome back. How are you? Good to see you. So how's everything going? How's the studies going? Yeah? Nice. That would be very nice. Yeah. Those two missionaries we got are really good. Oh my gosh, I'm very impressed with them. So, underground missionaries program. Yeah. Those are really, really good. So, yeah. It's really nice. Well, yes, it is. We have to carry with this, doesn't it? Your woman gonna send you. Well, I'm happy that it's nice. I'm not happy. So it's like somebody's sitting there.
I guess okay.
There is first, so I just set my first.
Sorry, we have a box of chemicals.
I don't know, because I don't use the phone that much. I use the internet because I don't hear that well on the phone. So I normally don't, even with my hearing aid. Even hearing the chat, yeah. Every word was mumbled. It's just, look at those little receivers that we saw.
Of course. Yeah, well, you see things.
Yeah, that's what we, my family like message all the time back, 5 girls on the same one. That's going on and on and stuff. We'll get into all kinds of weird discussions. But the thing is, through summer, I was so busy in the baptistry that I have been volunteering on days when I work the sign, so I haven't been doing a temple session. I've been working in the baptistry. Yeah, so with school starting, it'll slow down and I'll have free time and I'll be doing at least once a week.
Yeah, great. Well,
Now, see, I usually take the bus. Or I walk. Depending on how the weather's like. If it's not too hot, it's been too hot lately, I take the bus. Just
These are saved, right?
I need to get on Facebook, so we started on Facebook. So I can say, okay, because I think I'll still go through.
Well, I'm gonna say one for Jill and one for me. How's that?
Okay. A lot of times I just, what am I gonna do today? And I just take off and go.
Yeah, you sound like you're a little bit better.
It's just, it's 2 days. I didn't feel like doing anything. I can say anybody. I haven't been doing, I've got to walk to Walmart. Just because I had to get out of the house. I can't stay.
Very good. This is not normal. I live in Texas. But this is my word when I'm away from Texas. Yeah. Because I used to be 25 years ago. This used to be my work. But I was always running.
Unless you're gonna come down for it.
I would always accept it. My mom used to be society because they have no ties, and she used to put quilts up there.
Okay.
That was in the early days.
Can you hear me okay? Yeah? Okay. All right, welcome to Relief Society Sisters. Sorry for the little late start. We had a logistical things we were working out. I totally did not remember to ask. Oh, I did. I remember to ask someone to say the opening prayer. Okay, so our opening hymn will be on 30, and then we're going to have our opening prayer by Mapendo. Great. Go from there. Oh,
sympathy and love. Scatter sunshine all along the way. Cheer and bless and brighten every passing day. Silent days are burning, sing some happy song. Bring the world's reviling with the courage strong. Go again undaunted through the hills of fire. Scatter smiles and sunshine, for its joys and strife. Scatter sunshine all along the way. Cheer and bless and brighten every passing day.
Thank you, Mapendo and Elaine and Sister Waldock for leading our music. That was great. All right, we have a couple of announcements. The first is about our roles. I think sometimes they're confusing, so we tried to make it less confusing and it seems to have become more confusing. So I'll just tell you, we put a role on every row, and so all you have to do is pass it down. You don't have to pass it back, you don't have to pass it around, just down the row, only one row. And they're duplicates. Every row has a duplicate so that everybody gets a shot to say, yes, I came today. Does that make sense? Keep passing it. If you get it once, that's all you needed. Let's see. Just a reminder that if you want to, if you're a tech savvy individual and you want to stay up to date with some of the things that are happening in our Relief Society, we do have a website. It's listed on our bulletin board out in the hallway here on our newsletter that we pass out at the beginning of the month. Our site is rs2ndslc.weebly.com. So you can look that up outside because it's kind of a long one, or on the bottom of our newsletter if you want any up-to-date things that's on there. It also has your visiting teaching companionship. So if you want to report that at the end of the month, you can click on the names that you went to go see, and you can also add any notes about those individuals if you want to do it that way. We also have a text club. So if you do texting on cell phones, you can sign up to be a part of the text club, and you get a text whenever there's an activity or a need for one of the sisters in the ward. Let's see. So I'm going to pass around again. And it has 3 things on it. The first is the primary is looking for some substitutes to teach primary classes. So if you are interested in doing that, please sign up. The second 2 we saw last week, but if you weren't here and you want a chance to sign up, they are here. It is Rides to Welfare Square. There's in our ward who don't have the ability to get there. So if you are willing to help out with that and could take them, please put your name down. And the third one is if you are expecting a baby, we'd just like to know so that we can make sure that you're covered after you have that sweet little one. So I will pass that around.
And so I can make him a baby blanket.
Oh, yeah, Sister DeYoung makes great baby blankets. She can't see us today, but she can hear us. I think our internet is being really slow. So, summary substitutes, let's see. Oh, as a reminder, they did have some flyers at the beginning of Sacrament, but I think they're all gone. So if you would like one, I can get you one. But it's just a reminder about state conference, which is September let's see, this is telling you about all the different classes and things that they're going to be doing for it. They've got Stake Temple Day, which is on Tuesday, September 13th. There's a priesthood leadership session on the 17th, an adult session on the 17th as well in the evening, and then the general session is on Sunday, September 18th at 10 a.m. And so it just gives you directions on where all these things are being held. If you'd like one, I can get you a copy. And our last announcement is that on the 31st, so this month we were going to do a service project, but we have a snag in that, so we're going to have to, we're hoping to be able to do it next month. So this month we kind of just decided to do a fun last minute thing, which is on the 31st, it's a Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. We're going to do a fun movie night. So we are still trying to get the okay on a movie that we've selected that, it'll be here at the church. So if you want to come and just have a fun ladies' night and see a fun movie and have some treats, then come. It's at 7 p.m. the 31st. Do we have any visitors today or new sisters in our ward? You two look kind of newish. You want to stand up and tell us your names?
Sure. I just moved into the ward with my husband. We've been married for just about like a week and a half. So we're really new, but we're excited to be here. We'll be here probably for about a year or two.
Okay, great.
Oh, sorry. We're both from Portland, Oregon.
Ah.
What brings you here? And it's cheaper to live here.
Well, welcome, Erica. Thank you.
I'm Cassie Dixon. Me and my husband also just moved to married in the U.S. So we've been married for about a week and a half.
Oh man.
So
Double wedding.
days apart. So yeah. I'm from West Valley, and he's from Bountiful area. So we're both from Utah.
And how long will we get you for? Just a school year or?
Probably about a semester.
Oh, that's too short.
January.
Okay. Well, we'll cherish the time we have then. If you will talk to Sister Alexandra right there in the pretty flowery dress, just to give her your information so we can make sure that we can get a hold of you and know where you're at. So, yes.
Some of you already know me. I'm from the Liberty Ward originally, but we've been serving in the Spanish branch, and we're back to English now.
Oh. So you'll be in our ward permanently then?
Yeah.
All right. And if you'll talk to Sister Treywick as well? Ah, yes. Sister. Okay. Ooh. Cool. Great. Great to have you. And so you're here for just a short period of time, or? Okay. So we might get you for a little bit longer then. Okay, awesome. If you'll talk to Sister Treywick, the brown with the brown hair over there, that'd be great. Anyone else? Get everybody. You look kind of new. Yes, it's like Olivia. Is that right? Okay. I knew it. Oh, great. Okay, September 3rd, Olivia is getting baptized here at this church. Time. We haven't worked it out yet. Is this Saturday? Okay, so it's usually, I think they usually do it in the morning time. Ish. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out. And if any of you sisters would like to come and support her, that would be awesome. So sometimes we do our little spotlight, but today we're going to do our question. And the question is, and just as a reminder, Sister DeYoung is on the computer. She can't see you today, but she can hear you. So if you want to chat with her about this question, I'm sure she would love it. Let's see. The question is, if you have to leave the house in a hurry, what is the one thing you can't live without?
Electronics.
Okay, so you get 3 minutes to talk about it. What's the one thing you can't leave the house without? Can you hear me, Sister DeYoung?
I can.
What's the one thing you can't leave the house without? Your dog?
Yeah, my dog Colby. Part of me.
Yeah, no kidding. You right? Does he ride with you in your chair?
Oh yes, he's attached to me from the hip. Well, actually, the lap.
I think the one thing I can't leave the house without would be, this is kind of lame, probably my cell phone. I feel lost without my cell phone.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing?
Yeah. Or maybe mascara. I always look better with mascara.
Why is makeup always toward the top?
I don't know. Probably because we're so insecure. How is Colby doing better?
Yes, Colby is doing a lot better.
Okay, good. Did everything heal up after he got hit by the bicycle guy?
Yes, they did.
Good.
So he's still apprehensive about going over to the park. He spends a lot of time on my lap, but he's doing pretty good.
Good. All right, our time is up. It's good to talk to you.
All right, thank you.
Okay. All right, sisters, that is time. Hopefully you learned something new about your neighbor. What was one, who wants to share one thing that they couldn't leave the house without? Anybody? Yes.
Well, it sounds cliche, but it's hard for me to leave the house without my address book and
your phone. It's true. Anyone else have something besides a phone? That was one of mine. Phone.
I won't go out without my dog.
Yep, Sister DeYoung won't leave without her dog. Colby, he's really cute. He rides on her lap. Dre, did you have one? Okay, leaving without the sunglasses. I like that. Plus, if you look bad that day, you can kind of hide a multitude of sins with sunglasses, right? Yeah, your regular glasses, that's true. ATM, yes, how to pay for things. Right? Yes, I love those answers. Okay, so I think that's all the announcements and everything. So we will move along to our lesson, which is lesson number 17. And it's in our books. And I think we might have a couple if you'd like one, or I can probably track one down. And it's Preserve and Protect the Family, and Dre is going to be giving it today.
Does anybody need a reminder about the big conference?
All right, good morning, ladies. Like she said, my name is Dre. For those who don't know, it's short for Andrea. So if you can pronounce Andrea, I will accept that. If you say Andrea, just call me Dre. Who has a book by chance? Do people have books around? Okay, good. I try to go along with the book. So I've said this before, but I was in a ward with one of the people who wrote the book. He said that they spent many hours and prayerful nights and books, and so I tend to go by the book. I didn't want to today. I wanted to totally cut it out and do my own thing. Oh, it's lesson 17, chapter 17. Yes. So I was having a little conversation with the bishop,
and I was telling him, oh, you know, being a single girl is kind of hard sometimes in this church. I have a testimony, I know it's true, but when things don't go the way that you think they're supposed to go, sometimes it's hard. So I was brought up in a traditional family, mom, dad, kids. I don't have that for myself. So I guess they try and give me these lessons to say, hey, you're still part of the family and you're part of a work family, so suck it up, I guess, and be grateful for what you have. Howard W. Hunter's, the little italicized things, it says, home may seem commonplace at times with its routine duties, yet its success should be the greatest of all our pursuits. So, from the best family background, I know that people did come with mom, dad, kids, and sometimes there's different, different ways of being raised. I've been watching the Olympics. I've spent hours and hours and hours, so I'm okay with that. But I love the story of Simone Biles. She is being raised by her grandparents, and mom and dad. And one of the kids in my old ward, that is what's happening with him. He's being raised by his grandparents and calls them mom and dad. And I just think that is so special that after, you're grown and think your life is going to be nice in retirement, and you make that sacrifice and you're going to be parents again. So I understand that there's many different families out there. Shortly before he was married, President Hunter, he made a sacrifice that he felt was necessary for the well-being of his future family. As a teenager, he was a musician, and he made a band, and it was called Hunter's Crusaders. And they traveled along, and they were in Boise, Idaho, and they went to shows and were paid to do shows. When he was 19, he and his band were hired to provide music for a 2-month cruise to Asia. And that's cool. I'd like to go do something like that, except for I only lip sync. So the year after Howard returned from the cruise, he moved to Southern California, where he continued to play with various bands. In California, he met Claire Jeffs, who he would propose to, and they would be married. 4 days before they were married, Howard performed with his band and then packed up his instruments and never played again professionally. Providing for dances and parties was glamorous in some respects, he said, and I made good money. But he felt that parts of the lifestyle were incompatible with the kind of life he envisioned for his family. This left a void of something I had enjoyed, but the decision has never been regretted, he said years later. Okay, so I want you to think about the sacrifices that you personally have made for your family. And I'm going to tell you a story, not me personally, but somebody in my family. As many of you know, my nephew is serving a mission, then in West Africa mission. He's going to be done in October. But when he left on his mission, he decided to go to Hawaii. They went on this vacation. That vacation, they live in California, so around California, they went on vacations. And he said to his dad, sorry, please wait for me to leave before you go on vacation. And his dad said, well, son, all those times I took off work, I was at your scout camp, I was at your youth camp, I was at this church camp and this church camp. So that might seem dumb, but that's a sacrifice. That was a sacrifice that he made for his family and for his son, that he could go to these war camps with his son, but that cut out family time with his family. So I think that even little things like that, you know, they don't have to be big sacrifices. They can be little sacrifices, but I think all of us do make those sacrifices to better our family. So has anybody thought of the sacrifice that they've made or somebody that they know? Somebody bail me out, please. Thank you. Okay, tell us your name before you comment. Thank you.
My name's Patty, and I wasn't sure what sacrifice. Like, the first thing I thought of was working graveyard shift so that I could always be with my kids, and so I didn't get much sleep so ever. But that was okay. I didn't mind because I wanted to be with my kids. But I was thinking the sacrifice was anyway. I was trying to make things work with my last two kids' dad. I'm trying to work thinking, okay, this is my last attempt at a real family, and I tried everything, but then I was getting hurt. That it wasn't good about that. I was trying to make it, work it out and things like that. But I said, no, I can't do this. Finally, we got apart, and then I was doing the plan and all sorts of stuff, and I said, okay, all I needed, I was sacrificing stability of at least having a home and things like that for me and the kids. I was going to do it on my own, but I said, I have faith in the Lord, and I sacrificed all that as long as I could have custody of my kids, so I could raise them in the church. That I sacrificed, and we're trying to make things work. I hope things work. I sacrificed that, and it was on my own. And struggled the rest of my life, money-wise and things. But the main thing was to get my kids in church and not be around that situation and get my kids in church. So I said, do that for my kids, and we want them to be happy.
Thank you. That's major. Thank you. Oh, over here.
The sacrifice that I made for my family is I've never entered into plural marriage or been in a polygamous relationship. I've never had an affair on my husband. He's never had one on me. Those are the two greatest sacrifices that we've made for each other. And I love him very much. He's very special to me.
Very good. Thank you. We all do things for our husband or our families. That's a big sacrifice. Thank you. Jill?
Yeah. Your nephew. Hey, he went to Africa. I'm so passionate about Africa since I was a child. So to me, he got a gift. I joined the church. I lost my family. I didn't get it. We all suffer in different ways. We all try and do the best. To me, the gospel is about living individually. The gospel of Jesus Christ, which is trying to be more Christ-like. And sometimes you can do it better on your own than having somebody else. Trust me, I've done this in teaching a long time. And, not having a family, when you see some of the things that go on in the world today, I don't know how I would teach children about things that to me is so foreign. Thank goodness, that's not my lot in life. And so, and I get to travel. I love travel. And so, do we always wish something were different? I bet you could ask that of many married people. And they would wish things were different, right? Married ladies, right? And so in life, are we ever satisfied? Is it ever the right thing? But one thing I do know, I love living what I feel is a righteous life. I love living the way we as LDS people are taught and choose to live. And many people say, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, and blah, blah, blah. And trust me, I've worked in Beverly Hills and Hollywood for years. I know everybody who's anybody. And there is no better life than a righteous life, than a pure life. And living righteously, to me, it's a no-brainer. I couldn't live any other way than we are recommended to live. And we do it by choice. And I think you have to weigh up the pros and cons.
Thank you.
I have a comment.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. When my brother, the oldest boy in the family, was born, he was born with a cord wrapped around his neck. And the doctors told my dad that he would be a complete spastic if he lived. And my dad was racing stock cars at the time. And he told Heavenly Father that if my brother Neil would live and be normal, he would give up racing. And my brother Neil gave up racing and lived. And now he just went through a very bad deal where he got this disease that paralyzes you. And it takes a year to a year and a half, sometimes 2 years, to recover from it. And because my dad had the faith and was able to, he gave him a blessing. And Neil was out of the hospital and home in 7 weeks. And so my father is a very spiritual man, and he is committed to the gospel because he was willing to give up driving stock cars for my brother. He feels a special attachment to Neil. So.
Very good. Thank you, Vicki. That is a very great sacrifice.
So when I was younger, I did a lot of theater, and I'm sure my dad probably I have 2 younger brothers, and we all did theater, and he probably wanted boys that played sports. But instead, he got a bunch of thespians, and so in order to kind of be a part of the thing that we loved to do, he would, on Saturdays, help build the sets for the productions that we were a part of.
I'll tell you guys, I really give up traveling with my husband. Unless he was really rich.
Okay, moving on. Okay, I think that I will say that I've had a good life. I've had a good life with a strong testimony, and I've done things, like she said, probably that if I had a husband, maybe some of those things I would be able to do. But there's always different different problems, different solutions, different happinesses. You can be happy in a situation, and if it's not, then maybe look inside and pray and ask to be happy in your current situation or whatever you're in. Okay, we're on page 221 of the book if you're still following along. Who has a book that can read for us? It's the second line. It's going to start off with long. Right there.
Thank you. Long before the church designated Monday night for family and home evening, the Hunters set aside that night as a time for teaching the gospel, telling stories, playing games, and going places together. Often the boys were given assignments for the lessons.
So my sister was born on a Monday night, and my dad, one of those sports kids, he had the oldest boy, he wanted to watch Monday Night Football. And so he said, my mom wanted to have family home evening. And so my dad's like, I'm going to watch Monday Night Football. So my mom went in her room, and she laid down, and she's like, I'm going to teach this man something. And she decided to have a baby. So my sister does not like football. She's into it more as an adult now, but growing up, she did not like football. But there were certain sacrifices and trying times that my mom always tried to do family home evenings. As adults, it gets harder. As youth, I was a soccer player, and so many times I was at practice or not home for Monday nights, and we had 5 kids, and restless and not wanting to hang out with each other. And many times, family home evening night was rough. My mom made those little, craft and Sunday craft day or Saturday craft day. She made those prayer song lessons. The best part was the treat, right? So I remember in my old ward, they have this Daniel in the Lion's Den picture. It's a great picture. That's one of the family home evenings that I remember. We acted out that play. I got to be a lion, and I was crying at my brother. Oh yeah. let me do this and let me act this out. So those are some memories that I remember is that my parents tried to instill in us family home evening and being part of the family. Even if it wasn't always a family home evening, they would take us on like little trips or vacation. We had family reunions when my grandma was alive, and before she died, Palisades. I don't know if you've ever been to Palisades. It holds a very dear part in my life because we spent many times up there and we loved that place. And, my parents tried to teach us the good things in life and so that we can be better people and ways after we've relied on theirs for so long. So, okay, yes. Tell us your name again, please.
I don't think that we make a sacrifice. I think the Lord usually has us right where we're meant to be. I think it's like everything in life that we do is there's a reason we're there and there's a purpose for it. And I think that either we might look back on our life and say, I made this terrible mistake, because we do. But I don't really think we make sacrifices in life. I think like this young lady said, she joined the church. This woman might go down in history as somebody else in her family that joins the church. Genealogy. So I really think that it keeps us safe and we can get by and do what's right. I think we're fine. And we just have to take what's going on.
Thank you. I think we call it sacrifices to make ourselves look better and to make ourselves like, oh, hey, look at me, go me. So I think that's the reason. Not really sacrificing it. So, oh, Shirley, right? Is your name Shirley? Okay.
Hi, my name is Jagdish Shmi. I'm from India. I believe the church has made a video a long time back. Everyone has a question in regards to what we do, why we're here, and where we're going. The church made a video that was my turn here on earth, and the sister behind me who just said that we don't make sacrifices. It's true that every one of us has chosen when God said made the plan to Jesus Christ as well and say, who'll go down and do this plan, and he volunteered, and so did Satan. Satan again chose to have power, whereas Jesus Christ said all the glory of Jesus Christ, of the Father. And Jesus Christ had said, well, there's many plans to come down. Each one of us has an opportunity of choosing a plan. Everything we experienced, we knew we were going to experience when the veil closed. And some of us still have the opportunity of seeing the veil. When I go in the temple, I recall what I thought I was going to go through, and I accepted it. So every one of us, every trial, what you think is a trial is an opportunity. You already knew that this was going to happen. You knew, and the church says that we are family, whether it be husband and wife or church family. We know who we are, and we know where we're going. So if somebody questions that we're having opportunities or trials, it's not. You knew it. You accepted it, just like Jesus Christ accepted his plan. There's no mistake.
I think sometimes, okay, this is thus saith Drake, okay? I think sometimes those things are hard because I knew what was going to happen. I accepted before I came to the bell. I know that the light's going to turn green. I just don't know when. So I know that something's going to happen for me. I just don't know when. And I think that sometimes it's hard. And sometimes in life, we're going to go for that light that's green and we want it now. I don't want to wait at the red light. I don't want to stop at the yellow light. I want to go now and I want what's new. We just have to wait and follow God's plan. I'm going to move on. We're running out of time. Okay, who can read again from the book? Okay. It's on, let's see, page 222 in Seeking, the second paragraph. Did you find it? Okay.
Looking after the welfare of individuals and families, it is important to remember that the basic unit of the church is the family. However, in focusing on the family, we should remember that in the world in which we live, families are not restricted to the tradition of grouping of father, mother, and children. Families in the church today also consist of husbands and wives without children, and single individuals living alone. Each of these families must receive priesthood watch care. Often those which may need the most careful watch care are those families of the non-traditional structure. Caring and committed home teachers are needed in each home. None should be neglected.
Thank you. I feel this strongly. Even when I was at home, we had home teachers. I remember getting blessings from home teachers. I remember in college, my dad wasn't there to give me a blessing. And I had home teachers that I was able to call and come over and give me a blessing to help me in my trials at college. So I hope that you ladies feel that there's somebody in the ward, there's a home teacher or bishop or young men or elders quorum that if you feel like you need a blessing or just some comfort in your home, then they can come over, and I hope that you feel okay to ask for that. Okay, who has on page 225? The first paragraph, we simply.
We simply must have love and integrity and strong principles in our homes. We must have an abiding commitment to marriage, children, and morality. This success counts most for the next generation.
So do you, if you're a parent in here, do you believe in this sentence, in this paragraph? And integrity and strong principles in your homes? I try and bring that to your kids, that you love your spouse, and that try to succeed where success counts most. So they're telling you in the home is where success counts most. Not in school, not in church, but in your home. And I'm glad for my parents who taught me that too. That I can be nice to people when they're not nice to me, or I can be, I can have emotions. But they taught me that they love each other. And when I try to get involved or in a meeting, it doesn't matter what. If I'm arguing with my mom, if she will go by my dad will go by her, and they stand strong in that. And I'm grateful for that because they taught me that. I like what that missionary said. He said, love heals, love seals. I think that's so true. I think that you can fix a lot of things, and that you can bring into your heart and have those loving moments that seals, and you can remember those things. I think I'm gonna. Oh, he says to pray as families both night and morning. Sometimes that's hard. Has anybody been successful at that in this class? Okay, something we can work on. Praying day and night. My sister in Perkins, they have a prayer potty brush, or prayer. Okay, I'm mixing the two sisters up. But anyway, if she wants to clear her house out, she says it's prayer song scripture. And so if you're not ready for that, then you leave the house. But she tries to say a prayer with her kids at night and have a song and read a scripture, whether it be a verse or not. And I think that's very, it helped me in my life, that example. They said to live by the golden rule, he says it in here. Do unto others that he would have them do it to you. And I like that. I've always liked that. Because people aren't always nice in this world, but you can still be nice to them. You can still, if you want that kindness to you. Okay, I'm going to end with this the last paragraph on page 229. Who can read that? Maybe I'll just read it. We're in that time. Oh, whatever the concern, whatever the pain and anguish, look for a way to turn it to beneficial use. Perhaps in helping others to avoid the same problems, or perhaps by developing a greater insight into the feelings of others who are struggling in a similar way. Deeper understanding of the love of our Heavenly Father, when through prayer we finally come to know that He understands and wants us to look forward. We should never let Satan fool us into thinking that all is lost. The good and right things we have done throughout our lives, those things that are wrong, look to the Lord for forgiveness, strength, and comfort, and then move onward. I like that. I hope that you ladies can all feel a part of a family. Whether you come from a traditional family or you have a different style family. But we are all a part of family. We are God's children. His love, and I hope that you feel His love in your family, and that we can pray for forgiveness and for to be better people, to be better examples to those around us. I think that just because we're not parents, we're not off the hook. I have nieces and nephews, there's primary kids that we can all attend to and grow in. It takes a village, right? So let's bring our village up good in righteousness, and I say this in the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Okay, so thank you so much, Dre. That was a really great lesson. We will just do the first verse of page 294. And do we have a volunteer for the closing prayer? I forgot to ask someone. Are you willing to do it? I forgot your name already. I'm so sorry.
Okay, Cassie.
Cassie. Okay, Cassie's going to give us our closing prayer.
When there's love at home, every story and every sound. When there's love at home, peace and plenty nearby, smiling sweet on every side. Time will softly, sweetly fly. When there's love at home, love at home. Love at home. Time will softly, sweetly fly. When there's love at home.
My granddaughter, she's on a mission. She just got Pittsburgh a few weeks ago, and last Sunday she got hit by a car. She's in the hospital. She's doing okay. She's going to have surgery. Prayers would be appreciated. Her name is Anna Lee.
Dear Heavenly Father, we're thankful for this beautiful Sabbath day that thou hast given us to be able to come together as sisters here on this Sabbath morning. Father, we're thankful for the lessons that we've learned, for the time we've had to remember our own families and remember the lessons that we've learned and help us to be able to continue to teach those to those around us. Father, we're thankful for the missionaries out serving, and please bless them, especially those who are in the floods of Louisiana, or for Anna Dean, who needs help at this time. Father, please bless them. Please bless them with safety and security, and with thy spirit, Father, that we may be able to continue to teach thy word and do thy will with the people in this world. please bless them, help us to be missionaries as well, and to reach out to those sisters who are not able to be here this day, that we may be friends for them, that they may come and to feel what I love. Father, we're thankful for these many blessings, and I say these things humbly in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
I want to say goodbye, Vicki.
Bye, Ruth. See you in a few minutes.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Get Colby ready.
I will get Colby ready.
Okay. It's a dream. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Vicky, come on. So I will call you back.
Wow. Originally, it was conversation. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I bet she's happier than your flight attendant. Because I was a school teacher. I taught English in high school English. And then I just said, enough. I'm going to be a flight. Not as big as a gym. I have to be really flexible. Yes, yes. Time zones, jet lag, everything. Yes, yes. You just have to your body can't react fast. You have to just okay. And some people can do it at the toothbrush. They got to change real fast. And other people like me, I don't change. I'm fine, you know, I'm fine, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay.
We usually
do. It's so nice to meet you. So I will be here too. So nice to meet you. So I'll say hi. Yes. Well, and I've seen you before, you know, and I'm thinking I need to get to know her. So I want to meet you finally. So I'm Gwen and you're Emma. GW. Hopefully we'll see you again. Okay. Okay. Yes.
If you hang out for like 10 minutes, awesome. Great to see you, Olivia. Thank you.